This regime tells you what to think because they trust that you won't think for yourself. I started this channel with a really naive idea. I still believe that people at their core are decent, so I tried to discuss political differences with respect, in the hope that by not antagonizing the other side, I might be able to create meaningful discussions and some form of understanding between an ever-growing political divide. It's pretty humbling to admit this, but it was a poorly thought out and terribly executed idea. But regardless of my own mistakes, YouTube freaking hates my channel. I've got a collection of videos that I'm quite proud of, but no one has seen them. They're not fancy, but I stand by what I've said in all of them. Every video holds up because I resisted the urge to react to highly emotional news stories, and I stayed grounded with my messaging, with the main message being that we should come together while we still can, to find our similarities and work together for a brighter future. But YouTube doesn't reward a sensible, measured approach. There's no entertainment value in unity, so with failed video after failed video, it's time to admit that YouTube will never push my content. Almost everything I've done has no impressions, meaning that YouTube has completely hidden them. I can't even analyze my content to see what I'm doing wrong, whether it's my thumbnails or my titles, because no one is seeing them. So what's the point in this video? Well, really, it's just time to end the channel, and my ego is forcing me to post one last video to announce my departure. So why end my channel? There's really no point in creating content for YouTube that can't connect that content to its intended audience. But really the main reason is that there's just no need to reach across the political divide anymore. If you're still MAGA today, you're fully indoctrinated and you will never break from the party while it still exists. At this point, you're okay with supporting a criminal regime that's murdering its own citizens. If you believe the inner party narrative over your own eyes and ears, there's nothing any of us can ever do or say to change your mind. You're likely to have spent your entire life defending an antiquated Second Amendment, just to freely surrender it the first time a tyrannical government asks you to. It's sad, but there's just no hope for you anymore. You've officially reached cult level now. You were in the cult before, but we didn't have the proof. Now we have it. Renee Good was obvious, but there was a tiny slither of ambiguity, enough for disinformation to grow and to influence you. But Alex Pretty, this one is irrefutable proof. You've seen the evidence and won't believe your own eyes and ears. You're in a cult. The Epstein files should have been enough to release you from the cult. The 500,000 preventable COVID deaths in the US, the war crimes, the tariffs, the insurrection, the corruption, the removal of your healthcare, the loss of your bodily autonomy, it's all right there in front of you. But you choose to stay MAGA because they're eating the dogs. Transgender for everybody, they're emptying their insane asylums. This regime tells you what to think because they trust that you won't think for yourself. And I agree with them. You're happy to play along. I foolishly believed in you, but I was wrong. So now the quicker you just admit that Trump can do whatever he wants to kids, the better. Because the right-wing Overton window in sync with the US Justice Department keeps shifting enough to align with all of his criminal activity. So we can stop pretending that we're all living under the same rules now. And one day this regime will fall. Perhaps then and only then you'll claim that you knew. You'll revise your history and speak out against MAGA. But you didn't speak out now, when it actually matters. So for the MAGA crowd in the US and the like-minded groups around the globe that are blaming the immigrants, the gays, the trans people for all of capitalism's failures, I'll speak to you on the other side of the revolution.